All right, so first of all, I want to thank you all for the coverage that you gave us. I believe that anytime we can get more information out to our community, it is vital. The information, I think, needs to be accurate, and I want to share with the community and our residents here at Newport News that Jariah is safe. He is in our custody. Jariah was found in Chesterfield about Chief Randall, about 6:45?
6:43.
6:43 is the exact time. We do have an individual in custody at this time. I do not want to go into the case because now the pieces come into putting that puzzle together of what actually happened, what occurred here. But what's important is Jariah is safe. We partnered with, of course, the state police are great partners with us, our federal, state, local agencies. We used a lot of technology that we have here in Newport News. We got a lot of tips and a lot of phone calls. As I stated earlier, we had a lot of information coming in, so there were some things that we could not put out. Some of those things that we needed to verify before we went to that information to the state police about the with the Amber Alert that we just could not get until we had some of those key points of interviews done, and that is why there was some delay there. But the delay was because we had some investigation we had to complete, and it made complete sense. So I want to first thank the detectives that are still up there working. There's a little celebration going on the second floor here at headquarters. That's a good thing. The family's here, and to be able to talk to them, there's some out front that we've talked to, and we made some phone calls. I've also talked to our city manager, several of our council members. I have a few more calls to make. Myself and Chief Randall both talked to Commonwealth Attorney Howard Gwynn, and I just hung up, before I walked in, I just hung up with the mayor. I need to make sure that they are kept in the loop of what we're doing, and that we've been talking to them throughout the evening. So I appreciate their support. But just once again, I want to thank the media, and I want to thank our community, and I want to thank the detectives, the men and women who brought this very, very tense and critical situation to a safe conclusion for Jariah's family. That beautiful 3-month-old little boy is safe. I will tell you, we have had, and I'm going to defer a lot to Chief Randall, he's getting them information direct, that I believe we've had medics check him out, and then we'll be getting him back in touch with his family. We have detectives that will be going to Chesterfield. I want to thank the Chesterfield Police Department, our federal partners that assisted in the use of technology is just so vital. The detectives have done a fantastic job. Again, Jariah is safe. We have alerted his family. You've got a semi-celebration going on the second floor with the detectives. But I think when we collect our information, our data, we followed up, we're able to put all our resources together, the relationships we have with our federal partners. I want to thank the citizens of this community. A lot of phone calls came in, and some of those phone calls led to some of the leads that we had, and that stuff was vital. So I want to tell you all thank you. To each and every one of you, thank you that called. It makes a difference. Together, we can make a difference. Jariah is safe. The investigation now will take part. We'll be partnering with our different agencies, our Commonwealth Attorney, Chief Randall, and the Detective Division that we have here, the precinct officers who responded and secured the scene, the information that kept flowing, people coming out, in and out, doing so many different things. It is a huge success. And as I said earlier, just a few hours ago, it was the top priority of this department. But everything had a sequence. And the information, by the grace of God, it played out right, and that family's back together. I'll take a few questions. I may have to call on my deputy chiefs here. And I want to thank them also personally for the work that they did. Nobody was leaving tonight until we found him, right? Nobody was leaving. So the work that they did in patrol with Chief Grinstead, the administrative side of the house, making sure we had that technology stuff in place, the pieces that we need with Chief Creswell, and then the detective division with Chief Randall, and again, partnering with and keeping Howard Gwynn, our Commonwealth Attorney, in the loop. And again, I just talked to the city manager and the mayor, and Vice Mayor Cherry as well. She was very interested, and Councilman Harris. I've had conversations with him, and I need to call him after this briefing. So I just want to give you kind of update you where we're at. There's still the investigation, a lot to go, but I'll be glad to take a couple questions if I can. Just being upfront, I don't want to hinder any of the investigation that's still ongoing.
I guess I just want to ask follow-up. There's, you know, rumors fly when things like this happen. There's been, I know you said earlier you believe there could be a relationship between suspect and the victim family. The question is, do you believe that nobody else is in danger? Because there's been talk about that this could have been, they kind of fell for this randomly.
So some of that will come through in the investigation. I don't believe that we have anyone else in danger at this time. I think Jariah was in danger. I think that anytime we don't know where a 3-month-old little boy is, that's concern for everyone. That's why we shut everything down. That was our top priority. But we now have him in custody. He's been checked out by medics there up in Chesterfield. the individual who had him is in custody, and now we're going to piece together of why she had him and why he was there and not with his family. So some of those things are just, I don't want to speak out. I don't want to hurt anything in the investigation, but I don't think anyone else is in danger at this point.
Do we know if Chesterfield is a familiar area to the family?
So I don't want to go there too far. I would love to tell you more. I just, at this point, my number one, now it shifts, getting him back with his family, but I don't want to hinder anything. And to tell you the truth, I don't know the answer to that, but we will. We will.
Do you believe the family is going to be able to go home as one tonight?
I think that the family's all breathing a sigh of relief. I know that I've talked to three personally that all broke down in tears. We hugged a little bit and said some prayers out here in the lobby, and you all feel it.
Are you going to wait for Jariah to get back to Newport News tonight?
So I would love to see him. I'm not sure that he will come back here if he's going to go back to family. If I find out that he's going to be here, yeah, I'll stay and see him and give him a fist bump from me. But it was good news. Okay. All right.